Yes, so question 5 is about goodness in general, and in this video we are doing Article 2, which asks whether goodness is prior in idea to being. Objection 1. It seems that goodness is prior in idea to being. For names are arranged according to the arrangement of the thing signified by the names. But Dionysus says in his divine names, or Dionysus has assigned the first place amongst the other names of God to his goodness rather than to his being. Therefore, in idea, goodness is prior to being. Thomas's reply to objection 1. Dionysus discusses the divine names as implying some causal relation in God. For we name God, as he says, from creatures, as a cause from its effects. But goodness, since it has the aspect of the desirable, implies the idea of a final cause. Hence, the end is called the cause of causes. Thus, goodness, as a cause, is prior to being, as is the end to the form. Therefore, among the names signifying the divine causality, goodness precedes being. Again, according to the Platonists, who, through not distinguishing primary matter from privation, said that matter was non-being, goodness is more extensively participated than being, for primary matter participates in goodness as tending to it, for all seek their like, but does not participate in being, since it is presumed to be non-being. Therefore Dionysus says that goodness extends to non-existence. Objection 2. Further, that which is the more extensive is prior in idea, but goodness is more extensive than being, because, as Dionysus notes in his divine names, goodness extends to things both existing and non-existing, whereas existence extends to existing things alone. Therefore, goodness is in idea, prior to being. Thomas's reply. The same solution is applied to this objection, where it may be said that goodness extends to existing and non-existing things, not so far as it can be predicated of them, but so far as it can cause them. If, indeed, by non-existence we understand not simply those things which do not exist, but those which are potential and not actual. For goodness has the aspect of the end, in which not only actual things find their completion, but also towards which tend even those things which are not actual, but merely potential. Now, being implies the habitude of a formal cause only, either inherent or exemplar, and its causality does not extend save to those things which are actual. Objection 3. Further, what is the more universal is prior in idea, but goodness seems to be more universal than being, since goodness has the aspect of desirable, whereas to some non-existence is desirable, for it is said of Judas, "It were better for him if that man had not been born," in Matthew. Therefore, in idea, goodness is prior to being. Thomas's reply. Non-being is desirable, not of itself, but only relatively, i.e., inasmuch as the removal of an evil, which can only be removed by non-being, is desirable. Now the removal of an evil cannot be desirable, except so far as this evil deprives a thing of some being. Therefore being is desirable of itself, and non-being only relatively, inasmuch as one seeks some mode of being of which one cannot bear to be deprived. Thus, even non-being can be spoken of as relatively good. Objection 4. Further, not only is existence desirable, but life, knowledge, and many other things besides. Thus it seems that existence is a particular appetible, and goodness a universal appetible. Therefore, absolutely, goodness is prior in idea to being. Okay. Thomas's reply to objection 4. Life, wisdom, and the like are desirable so far as they are actual. Hence, in each one of them, some sort of being is desired, and thus nothing can be desired except being, and consequently nothing is good except being. On the contrary, it is said by Aristotle that the first of created things is being. I answer that, in idea, being is prior to goodness. For the meaning signified by the name of a thing is that which the mind conceives of the thing, and intends by the word that it stands for. Therefore, that is prior in idea, which is first conceived by the intellect. Now, the first thing conceived by the intellect is being, because everything is knowable only inasmuch as it is in actuality. Hence, being is the proper object of the intellect, and is primarily intelligible, as sound is that which is primarily audible. Therefore, in idea, being is prior to goodness. All right, there we have it. That is Article 2 of Question 5 in the Prima Pars of St. Thomas's Summa. I will see you on the third article.